So we're talking about square matrices. All right. A square matrix is any matrix that has the same number of rows as columns, n by n. So this is a what? What are the dimensions of B here? It's a 2 by 2. That makes it a square matrix. If these two numbers are the same, number of rows, number of columns same, it's a square matrix. All right. Now, they have a main diagonal. And that's the diagonal from the upper left to lower right corner. So it's this. That's the main diagonal. A 3 by 3 would also have a main diagonal. Okay? Then we have a special square matrix called the identity matrix. And we'll learn more about that next week and after Thanksgiving a little bit too. But any square matrix named with the letter I, so you see I there, whose main diagonal entries are 1 and all the other entries are 0. Let's do this, because it's not just a 2 by 2. We could have a 3 by 3. Okay? The main diagonal has 1s in it. Everything else is 0s. So we could have a 3 by 3. We could make a 4 by 4 if you want. I'm not going to. Okay. The next thing we have is powers of square matrices. So here was A. This is a what by what?
3 by 2.
A what by what?
3 by 2.
Okay. Thank you. All right, and what is B? 2 by 2? Yeah. All right. Now, B squared. It almost works. This one does, but that's just kind of, you don't just square each entry. Okay? That's not how it works. Here's how it works. You take -8, 0, 2, and 5 and multiply it by itself. Isn't that what raising something to the second power is doing? You're just multiplying something by itself. All right. Let's go ahead and do the matrix multiplication here. First row, first column. -8 times -8 plus 0 times 2. First row, second column. -8 times 0 plus 0 times 5, right? Second row, first column. -8 times 2 plus 5 times 2. Second row, second column. 2 times 0 plus 5 times 5. So this is 64 plus 0, which is 64. This is -8 times 0. That's 0 plus 0 is 0. -16 plus 10, at -6. 0 plus 5 times 5 is 25. Okay, almost, someone thought maybe you just square each one and it would work here, worked here, it worked here, but it didn't work here. So that doesn't quite hold. This would be an exception to that. All right, any questions on that? Then on number 6 here, a squared. A is a 3 by 2, and I'm going to multiply it. I don't change the rows or columns by a 3 by 2. Can I do that? No. Okay. So this isn't defined. Let's just make a note here. That's all you have to write if you get something like that. But let's make a note here that we cannot square changing my mind. We can only, let's talk about what we can do. We can only square, try not to make it cumbersome here, square matrices. Like we can only square 2 by 2s, 3 by 3s, 4 by 4s, and so on. If they're not a square matrix, we can't raise it to the second power. Okay? All right.